Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday night football here at the Kingston Beach Oval. We are welcoming, it is the Stamp, they tell me down here. It is the Crips, the Masturbake, STJFL, 3,500 kiddies running around week in, week out, the largest football competition in the state. Andrew Silver Fox Hopwood in the main commentary position. I'm joined by co-commentators Tommy Dark and Stuart Clark. There's a mouthful now. Tommy, we're looking forward to this match, and I have it on good authority that you've kept the kids out of school. You take it pretty seriously down there. The Toffs, they tell me, the team. What have you been doing today? You've had them on the laptops, on the iPads, just going through game plans?
Oh, we always go through the game plans, keeping to make sure we can knock the brother-in-law's team off there tonight. There's a lot of atmosphere around the ground with the Oz kick going on as well, but my boys are fired up and ready to go tonight. Hop.
Yeah, no, looking forward to that. And Stewie, they tell me it's more the working class boys on the Gold team. They are a hard, nuggety, no-nonsense sort of team. Tell us a bit about your form and how you think you'll go tonight.
Oh, look, the boys have been really good at training, except for my boy, young Sammy. He's hard to get on the training track. I think just likes turning up and playing.
Just like his dad.
Yes.
But, yeah, we're obviously the working class side, our boys, no frills.
Well, it's
races about us.
Great to see, and I understand there is a rather large contingent of under-8s down here, Tom. I tell there's you got your gold, you got your black, you got your white.
Yeah, we've got about 33 kids running around at the moment, Hop. So, and they're all showing some great skills, especially halfway through the season, or after about 5 rounds. So, really see a lot of kids developing throughout the year, so they're doing a good job.
Okay, so umpire Cole throws it up, and we're underway. Friday night football. That was Elvis Kilberg picks that one up, goes long into that forward line, and that's a pretty strong mark going back. Showed a fair bit of courage there, does the black. You've certainly got him up and about. Oh no, gee whiz, he's played it the other way. Young Sammy Clark. I tell you what, Stewie, that wasn't a bad mark first up.
Yeah, he's chip off the old block.
Yeah, he certainly is. He luckily takes after his mother. And so we can see that's very close to the line. Great enthusiasm you can see down there at fullback, just sizing up options. Nice, long, relieving kick. Goes out well, and that's a terrific mark there by Cornish. Cornish doesn't muck around. He goes to the long one, takes one bounce, comes out to the Kodomski wing, goes out towards centre-half forward, leading players at the true centre-half forward position. They go there. Oh, in there, very hard. That was Longman, and he's known for his strength and grit and determination. Further afield, comes back to Enright Norris. The hyphen goes out towards the wing, but a very strong mark. Gee, there's some good marking here in the early stages, Tom.
Yeah, they're really devoted to that ball.
What I like to see is these young kiddies keep their eye on the onion and get good reward for it, and that was fantastic marking there as comes out further forward to Walker. Walker now slows the game down, obviously on full instructions from Coach Dark on that particular occasion. Goes long, high, wide and slightly off, and I think that's through for the minor score, but the game now is underway. Longman in that true full-back position, just coming out. What do you think of that new rule, Stewie, where instead of that 10-metre square, they can just sort of run out and open up that game? Has it opened up the game in the under-8s?
In the under-8s, I think our boys are still learning that rule. They're still trying to kick in from the goal line. So it's something we'll need to work on at training, I think. Yeah,
well, I noticed you out there with your protractor and your compass, just working out where you can go. I think you just got to free them up a bit there, son. Just a little bit of advice from the Fox. Anyway, comes back to the back. That's a lovely kick there over towards Burgess, and he's just keeping his eye on the ball, and he's just going to go back off the mark. That's really good, and I like the way here, Tom, that umpire Cull is giving directions. Fantastic work.
Yeah, he does a good job. He deals with teachers day in, day out. Deals with kids day in, day out. So he loves dealing with them, and he does a good job. He gives a lot of input training on a Tuesday night as well.
Gee, that was a strong mark there from Noah Walker. Walker, very deliberate shot on goal. Let's have a look. The umpire says that's all clear, and he's put that one through. We might have a look at that one on the Mood Food replay, because that was a lovely kick. I love the way he had his fingers pointing down towards the ground. He kept the old head straight, shoulders square onto that goal. And does he practice the kicking much, Tommy, first at the goals?
Brian Taylor would say he's the package.
Oh, he's the package.
He's one of our senior boys from last year, and he's come through to the under-8s again this year. So he's one of our senior lads.
Well, number 36, of course, I did reveal I'm a bit of a Carlton man. Mark McClure, a great centre-half forward for the boys back in the day. And he's got that bit about him. He's got a bit of spunk. So it's going to keep my eye on him as it's going to be a ball up. What a great crowd. And it was interesting. I got a coffee just over at before the game, and Kingston was a buzz. There's a big crowd here as that ball's gone forward. That's beautifully picked up. I think that was young Stewart, and he's just missed that one. That was a strong mark there, Stewie.
Yeah, young Job knows how to play. He's got two older brothers, and his second oldest one plays with the Tigers as well. So he knows what to do.
He plays that tough game in the backyard. Yeah. That's always a good grounding. Have a look at that. He's just on the barrel chest. He turned round and just put that one through for the minor score. But we've got a crackerjack game here on Friday night football. Don't you leave your screens, ladies and gentlemen, as umpire Cole has called for that one. He's just waiting for the big men to go ready. And I like it in this area. It's not just traditional ruckman, is it? It's just
dark
putting those...
Clark there.
Oh, the dark... Gee, with a bit of rivalry there. Who is going to be the number one? Bragging rights. So let's have a look here. Was there a little bit of texting going? That's the modern thing now, isn't it?
It is.
You got your text, you got your Facebook, you got... well, that's probably old technology. What's the modern way?
Snapchat.
Oh, your Snapchat. Working class, but I tell you what, the umpire, bloody coach Clark, he's up with all the technologies as the black pick it up. Beautifully worked there by Maxi Cull. Goes further afield out towards Dark. Tries to find a teammate. It's a hot contested football in there. Well done by Roberts. Goes further afield and it's bouncing over end on end. Picked up by Raphael Martini. That's a very exotic name for the oval ball caper, Stewie.
Yeah, it's more of a soccer name, I would have thought.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He's a very good soccer player too, let me tell you.
Oh, he's a good footy player.
He does a fantastic job in the back line in his soccer.
Well, as a former coach of the kiddies, I think it's fantastic they play the both capers because it's about spatial awareness, and I think one is complementary to the other. And why not play a bit of everything as far as I'm concerned?
Yeah, Saturdays have the soccer and Sundays is the football.
Well, if you're watching this, kiddies, I've got two dads here and they've got plenty of time on their hands. All they want to do is get in the car and run you somewhere else. So if you're not playing your soccer or your basketball, your netball, anything you want to do, just come up to mum and dad and just say, I want to play it, and they'll be all in. Don't worry about that.
We'll drive you.
Oh, so it is the black taking command at the moment, just slowing the game down. Long, purposeful kick. It was a nice long kick, but just a little bit off as McNeekin tried to lead up. And it's going to be a free kick here. And I think that might be go to the hyphen. That's Enright Norris. Gee whiz, that's nice play. He tried to go back inside. I don't mind that play. How did you think of that one there, Coach?
Oh, I'm more of the direct to goal sort of coach, Andrew. So I'm sure I would have said a few stern words to young Weston.
I'll just cross to Coach Tommy Dark over here. I put it to you. I wouldn't mind my kiddies coming indoors.
You're spot on. You've got to switch the play. Take risks in football.
Oh, there you go. That's a nice short pass there. Talking of risks, getting young Martini on, and hasn't he? Very brisk. He's got good acceleration. The wheels, I tell you what, going very nicely there over towards Enright Norris, but the black come up with the ball as they go long towards that half-forward flank. Going up, that is a terrific mark by Walker, and we've been speaking about him. He has a fantastic pair of hands there, Tom.
Yeah, he is the package.
Look at that. He goes towards the goal, and the umpire says, that'll do me. That's your second sausage roll to young Noah Walker. The black, they are moved on to 2-2-14. To the gold, one behind. But, Tom, it's been pretty even in general play. It's just that they've been a little bit cleverer when they've got that ball to that full forward line.
Yeah, with young Noah Walker up in the forward line, he's a good finisher. He knows where the goals are.
Just looking at the stats now, so it's 4 inside 50s to 3. So pretty even as far as that's concerned, though. It's picked up, well played by Cornish. Cornish gets it along. It's come over towards the back of the pack, and I think that one has gone through for a goal. Who's that one, Tommy? I didn't quite see that one.
Young Hugo Jennings.
Oh, Jennings.
Yeah, his father was a Kingborough boy in his day as well.
Gee whiz, that was a very clever snap. If we're going to see
great tap work
on the Mood Food replay as it came in, and you can just see him, look at him at the back of the pack just honing his skills, goes the inside out kick as we check the Jackson Motor Car Company scoreboard. 3-2-20 to 1 behind, and they're just getting a little bit of a grip on the game, are the black. Umpire Cull says That's a reward, that free kick, and going in, running Treemley. Oh, I think he's got just a fingertip to that one in an attempt to pull that one in, the one Duke, and it's gone through for the minor score. 8 minutes gone in the big game down here at the Stamp Oval at Kingston Beach. Friday night football. We hope you're enjoying it as much as Duff TV are bringing it to you, ladies and gentlemen. That's a great kick. Gone out trying to spread that team wide. Well picked up by Burgess. Burgess, as always, very unselfish player, tries to handball it. Might have just gone into the back there, and that's going to be a free kick there to Elvis Kielberg. Gee whiz. Big Elvis going down there. Not too many Elvises I've known in my time. I've known just the one. What about you, Stuart?
Yeah, a little bit the same, Andrew. I think his dad, Matty, is obviously a fan.
Yes. And you were telling me before that he lives just down the street, round the corner in Graceland. So that's fantastic. All right, now, just back to the footy. 9 minutes down. Fantastic game. And also, Tommy, I noticed all the kids here with the Oz kick. It's just a festival of football here at the Godomsky Park. It's wonderful.
It is, and it's great to see such young kids coming through that'll be, you know, coming up into the ranks in years to come. Yeah,
good field down here at Kingborough, down here at the Beach Oval. As that ball is a big long kick towards centre half forward, going back, keeping his eye on the ball is Walker. You know, he's a very dangerous player. Those backmen will have to be watching it go. The punt goes further afield, goes towards the goal. I tell you what, he might have kicked that one Eddie Betts style. Let's have a look. It is all clear. We'll have a look at that one on the Mood Food replay. I tell you what, Tom, you'd be thrilled, absolutely cock-a-hoop with that shot on goal.
Yeah, look, the boys are off to a good start, and they're hungry for the football, and that sounds like it's quarter time.
It is quarter time, and I'll be interested to see when we go down to have a look at the huddle if Coach Stuart Clark might do a bit of a run with roll on young Walker. You know, he's starting to just get away and get his hands on the onion. And I reckon the working class style of your Gold might just try and put the clamps on. How do you see that one, Stuart/Bolton Clark?
Well, yeah, Andrew, I think you hit the nail on the head. If I was paying attention and known how many goals Noah had kicked, I probably would have put someone on him. Put it maybe 2 on him, I reckon.
So give us a bit of a rundown when you look at your box. I noticed you have 4 or 5 with you. You got your assistants. I noticed you're powered there by HP technology. How does it all roll? You just get the ear set on and they run the computer, so you got every stat with you. How does it normally work for you on a weekend?
Yeah, I think the kids who probably scream the loudest probably end up in the positions they want normally.
I think that's how it works, Stu.
Similar for you, Tommy?
Very much so.
Oh, it is the carnival atmosphere as there's been a change. And on a serious note, that's what we definitely want to see. You want to see your kiddies move around the sectors of the ground. So that ball goes forward. That's a very, very long, deliberate kick. And it was Walker who got it down there, who's moved into the centre from your forward. And let's have a look here. I think it's going to be a kick going to your Gold. He's on a particularly...
That's Sam, coach's son.
Oh, look at him. I think he's going to take him back an extra metre. Bit of favouritism there. Oh, that's a good spoil. But might have just come over. He says, come on. He said, give him a ladder kick. Pick him up and take him back.
Umpire Dad says, move back, son.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. You want your kiddies to have a nice, a long kick. Oh, going back there, of course, we know that's the Dukes of Walker. Couldn't get it. He guns around on his left, goes back on the right. Evasive skills. He tries the short pass. Trying to spread that ball wide. Nice lead, though, by Maxi Cull. But on this occasion, he couldn't pull it in. And so now it is the Gold to relieve the pressure. Well, a big crowd building.
Young William.
Yeah, look, that was a nice kick. That was young Dance, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, no, he's prominent early. Dance gets it further afield, but only as far as Walker. Walker now going back. Oh, lovely spreader that. Have a look at that. See, that's a nice work, and that goes out towards Jennings. Gets it further afield. Nice work by Clark in the back line. Tried to spoil that one. He's somewhat of a dejected look on his face as he thought he might have got a free kick. But it's going to be a ball up. The 2 big men face off. Up they go. Oh, nice tap out. Comes out towards the back, roving there nicely with Maxi Cull, and he's put that one through. To me there, Tommy, that looked like a bit of a set play.
Yeah, we work hard to try and tap to our player while we're in the ruck. so we go to our advantage. So if you watch now, young Zach Dark taps straight forward, looks for Cole. Cole goes through and kicks a beautiful goal on his left.
Well, we see that on the Mood for replay, and Stewie, just get those players just to be on that goal side, just caught. Oh, that was a magnificent tap, though, wasn't it, to the advantage of the Black?
Yeah. No, I think we need to work with our defenders on that being goal side. Caught spectating a bit there.
So, for all the uninitiated there, Tom, tell us a little bit about these green strips around the arm.
So those who are in the middle have to wear the green strips. That's the way it works. So that way the umpire's got a bit of an idea who's in which zone. So as you can see, when they go, the ones in the back and the forward don't have to wear them. So they're in different zones.
And the other thing, I suppose, it's easy to want to identify. Now, they can't kick a goal, can they?
That is correct. So if it does go through for a goal, Hop, it is a point. So
yeah, I like that rule. It brings everyone into the game, and it makes your kiddies get their eyes up and start to look for each other. As that was well taken there by Cornish. Gets it out towards Martini. Martini got front position. He's going to be rewarded for that one, as he's going to go back over and take that kick. He's got the blinkers off, and again he's looked for that wide. Have a look at that. The hungry Tigers just hunting in packs, and they went up and took that one, sending it down to that full forward area as Zachy Dark comes out and he tries to get the ball. He puts a lot of pressure on. Can't quite bring that one in as Jennings is out there. He goes one, evades the other. Well done by Martini to try and get it, but it's a beautiful mark by Burgess. Burgess getting off the mark very, very quickly, just sizing up his options. And there it is, the short pass as the lead comes out there by Dark at the true centre-half forward position. Further afield is Burgess. Burgess goes out the back towards Jennings. Jennings around the body. It's up there back towards Dark. He can't pick it up because he's got about 3 on him. Going the wrong way, but now he turns around as Young caught. He might have been pulled here. And I think he's going to take the free kick. And I don't mind that one as well there, Stu. He was trying to get around and we just can't tackle it, although we can grab the ball. Is that how it rolls in under 8?
Yeah, we suggest them they can tap the ball out of their hands.
Yep.
Yeah, just so they'll still chase and put pressure on to the player with the ball.
Oh, yeah, no. Very forward-thinking coaches down here. I like the way that goes. You can't just grab your onion and then be left to get up, because your kiddie's got to have a little bit of pressure applied, and that's very articulate and smart thinking on the coach's behalf down here at the Tigerland, as across that half-back flank. Beautiful work now. Look at the pace here, as that's a long kick towards the centre-half forward. But gee whiz, very smart here. I think Coach Dark has put a couple behind the ball just to release a little bit of area in front. Is that how it's set up across that half-back flank, Tom?
Yeah, look, I've got some very good players back there. Young Toby Cornish, he's back there. We've also got Jaden, and they're good running players as well, and they can read the ball really well, so they know where it's coming in.
There's only one way to get around it, and that's to use the express pace by Martini, wasn't it? That was wonderful. Have a look at him. He's gone the left.
Western.
He's shown almost... It's Candy.
It's two bats.
Oh, look at that. Gee whiz. That's a great mark, a great goal there, Stewie.
It was, yeah. He's more of an in and under player, young Weston. But
that was, yeah, Weston Enright Norris. Gee whiz.
He likes getting in and under and getting the hard ball out.
Is that a natural hair colour, or has he put a little bit of something in the toque just to get the umpire's votes?
No, I think it's natural. His dad's a bit of a strawberry blonde. All
right, fair enough.
Norris.
He hasn't got the Peter Moores about him, where he just sort of likes to put the tips in just so he can get here. But tell you what, look at the courage shown by these two combatants. I think that might have been Longman and Walker. We see here on the Mood Foo replay, that was courage personified. They're both their eyes on it, and they've just come back. But have a look here. We can see the trainers come out just to protect him.
That was a big knock, I think. Big knock.
It was.
Great concern, I think, is that Mum's just come out and said, son, we are thrilled with that performance. Gee, kept their eye on the ball, and Walker's come down with the mark. Magnificent play. And umpire Cole has just waited, and that's very sensible play. And I tell you what, the crowd here, would it be 3,000-4,000 behind us?
Definitely.
Gee whiz, that's
if not 5.
Well, I saw them all coming out. Yeah, Kingston Town they were just all flooding out from up on the top of the hill. And as you can see, the headlights heading down towards the stand, as umpire Cole is just bringing a couple of those players up. A bit reluctant to make a lead.
Love their Friday night football down at Kingborough.
Oh, absolutely. And why wouldn't you come out? Why would you be sitting at home watching your AFL when they go round in one section to another? When you get your fair dinkum footy, as that ball's driven down and Zachy Dark has dropped back. Very elusive stuff. I don't know if he put the underarm on or not, but no one went near him, and he went back cleverly into the open space, took the mark, turned around and has kicked a magnificent sausage roll for your black team, Tom.
Yeah, look, it was really good the way Max looked forward first, didn't just put his head up and kick at goals. He's seen Zach there by himself, and well deserved by Max.
And even you've got your umpires in training, and I like that. But that was very nice play, and that's a key feature I've liked so far to both of you gentlemen, that the kiddies aren't just grabbing it and bombing it long. Stewie, they're getting their blinkers off and they're trying to find a target, and that is the way it goes. It's about trying to get the kids to play proper footy. Talking of proper footy, this boy's coming into the game is young Zach Dark. Couldn't quite bring that one in, but they're fighting hard. Almost raffled at it as it comes out to Maxi Cole. Further afield, goes around the corner and has popped that one through. Pretty strong play from the centre there, as that has been the siren for half time, and just getting their hands on the ball around that centre play there, Stewie.
Yeah, and then Zachy Dark's a very strong marking player too, so if he's hasn't got anyone on him, he'll take the mark, and he's a good kick too. So
what I liked about that play, Tom, was if you can't mark the ball, just bring it down for your small forwards, front and centres, and that's where the black boys came to.
Yeah, we've got some tall boys there too. So like the student said, we've got Zach Dark, young Harry Burgess, Archer. You know, they're quite tall, so it helps young fellas like Toby Cornish and Jaden Roberts there to get involved in the play.
I tell you what, those iridescent pink boots, that's in my day was just asking to be frowned upon. Someone would come up and tell you all about it, but I'm very impressed. I'm seeing a few black boots out there, Stewie. I think that's poor on the working class gold team, but I like to see them. This is one out of the box, though, these pink boots.
Oh, yeah, young Benny Oliver.
Oh.
He loves his footy. Loves his pies,
very flashy.
Likes watching the big boys, so I think that's where he's got it from.
I reckon he's got his eye on the disco floor later on as that comes out to Enright Norris. He ran around before, but have a look here. They're working very nicely back in defence as they pick that one up. Comes out towards the centre of the ground. Well picked up by Jennings. He goes round. Lovely handball trying to bring his teammate in, but intercepted there by Longman. He might have been taken just a fraction too high, and umpire Cole has rewarded him for getting his body in front. Going back now, sizing up the options.
Good comeback too after that big knock he copped.
Oh, that's a magnificent comeback. Must be some magic water that was rubbed on. Excellent work there as Walker picks it up. Walker goes long and spears that one in to the barrel chest of Dark. Dark turns round. Very, very unselfish play by him, who has spotted up Maxi Cole, and he's going to go back out. I reckon he's about 60 metres. He has kicked that long, high towards the goals and just offline and through for the minor score. And Tommy, it has been a pretty close contest, but just getting on top in the centre of the ground there.
Yeah, that's right. I think the contest on the ground looks pretty even, to be quite honest. But I think we're just getting the job done up forward with our goals. So to our credit, we're making the most of our opportunities.
So, Stewie, you're just a little bit down the game, but you'd be really happy with the endeavour of these boys. They are really giving it their all, are the Gold.
Oh, yeah, I think it's a real competitive game for the first half. I think probably in this last quarter we probably dropped off a bit, but yeah, look, the boys are really trying hard and having a real red hot
and
goal.
And that's all you can ask for, but I like the way they're playing. I've liked the way they just haven't got it and kicked it willy-nilly. They're trying to look to bring a teammate. I saw one or two unselfish handballs. Didn't quite come off, but I got to say, that's the intent, and I say to you wholeheartedly, you've got to keep that coaching going like that, because as long as they learn what to do, that's the way to go. Because some coaches, it's really easy to put the bigger boys in the positions and kick to them, but they're playing a good brand of footy, both teams. You can see there going up with the one hand. That time was the hyphen, couldn't bring it in, and that's gone towards the goal and through for the minor score. You can see, I tell you what, Stewie, those boys are running pretty quickly to get a possession. They want to kick that ball out. Great enthusiasm.
Easiest stat in the book, the old kicking.
Now, the only thing in the under-8s footy, we've got to get that esky or that bag there with a couple of extra balls just to keep the game flowing.
I wouldn't mind the esky with something else in it.
Oh, well, I know the man right beside me. He's in there. He likes your Pinot Noirs and a little bit of that. What's your favourite brew, Tom?
Oh, I can't say I'm much of a wine man, really. I'm a bit of a Captain Morgan boy.
Okay, Captain Morgan. Of course, we can't condone
or
drinking
a nice frothy.
kiddies. Yes, yes. So, ball comes out, working their way forward. That was Clark. Clark picks it up. Look at that. Magnificent. Very unselfish. Further afield to young Stewart. Stewart goes towards the goals and Walker gets the one Duke on it. And it's through for the Miners. Got very miserly. So I've liked him when he's been a target. He's gone well in there. He's gotten the old-fashioned kick to himself. He's been watching the old 70 replays there. Well played by him. Sammy Clark picks it up. Tries to create that bit of space. But it's gone a little bit too wide. And that ball will be given in to the Black as they look to load up. And another 4-0 forward.
Young Noah's great uncle was a good player for Sandy Bay. Desi Sward.
Oh, gee whiz, you're going back here. That's fantastic.
Back in the 70s?
Back in the 70s, the old Seagulls. I don't remember that game. I was only a little chip off the old block there, and I was in the 73. I was a Hobart supporter, and I went there to wave my flags, and we beat the unbeatable Sandy Bay. If you want to go to a good game, kiddies, go and have a look at that. Unbeaten all year with the Bay, and the old Appleton's Army from the Tigerland came up and won the flag. But anyway, here's the new Tiger Brigade down here at the Kingborough. The Stamp, we are at the Beach Oval, as that's nicely picked up by McNevin. McMeekin. My apologies there, young man, young Archer. He's got a bit of size about him, and I like the way he went round, and there's a fair bit of hugging going on. That was a goal that we'll look on the Mood Food replay, as we can see the pick up here. Long kick, just getting out the back, nice lead. Let's have a look at the shimmy here. Goes round, fakes one, onto that left-sided. Got the Royce Harts about him, and he's put that one through for a very, very nice goal. He's quite an elusive kicker there, Tom. I like the way he went onto his left. Those left-footers, don't they like to dart one way? But you know they're always going to go back on their left side.
Yeah, these left-footers are
very classy, very classy players.
I know the Gold over there. The coach of the Gold's on a left foot too, and they can only kick one foot too, I think. So they don't know about their right.
Righto, you blokes. Just off the top of your head, give me your left footer who's good on the right. What you can hear there, ladies and gentlemen, is silence.
Exactly right.
There it is, as that big left footer comes in. Oh, up they go! Magnificent leap. I think that might have been Martini up a mile over there, but you could raffle it. They had it all. It's been gone to Longman. Gee, that was a good leap. And have a look at this in replay. Brilliant work there, 50-50, but kept his eye on the old onion. As it's gone further afield, and it's back there. Look at that magnificent reflexes. That reminded me of Ponting in the slips. He just plucked that out from nowhere, did young Longman.
His old man was a good footballer in his day, Longman.
Oh,
Nathan, yeah, part of the
Glenorchy boy.
99 premiership, statewide league premiership side for Glenorchy.
Gee whiz, there's a bit to live up to in some of these young lads. They're living the dream. They got your mums and dads of all the celebrities in the years gone by. As we see that again on the Mood Food replay. Gee whiz, they're tough down here at Tigerland, as that ball is in and tight.
I think I gave him a bit of a bake at three-quarter time from memory. Got into a couple of the young fellas.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was actually just saying, just off camera a few minutes ago to Tom, I noticed he had the mad stare as he came out at three-quarter time, and it's obviously got the gold up and about, as we can see here. Young Martini, he's dodged 1, 2, 3, and kicked it through for the goal, and that was the young boy. I saw you look this guy in the eye, and you said, I want a left from you. Martini, just do something. And he's followed you, Stewie. You must be thrilled with that performance.
Oh, yeah, good young player, Rafi. Yeah. Eyes on the ball all the time, and he's...
Look at the acceleration, the afterburners here. And he ran, conservatively 35 metres and kicked that one through. No, that was a lovely play. Just magnificent work.
Just pull the socks up after.
Yeah, I remember that from my dear old dad. If you can't be a footballist, look like one, son. I was always just having to pull my socks up. I don't know about you blokes. I used to play, my position was called the car park. Modern day football, I'd be called an outside runner.
Yeah, Tommy used to play left, right, out.
Yeah. So
Stu was in the orange, boy, or the juicy fruit.
oh, there's the memories. Now, hard one ball. Well played there by young Stewart. Trying to be there. I love the way, and you guys are very, very lucky to have a quality umpire here like umpire Cull.
Now, he's a footballer in his day as well. Played a lot of games at Huonville. We won't know that against him, though, will we?
Brendan?
Yeah, no, he's a very good player. Backman, I'm told.
He's got that dourness about him,
I reckon he would have been a serious, hard player.
Yeah, not a lot of flair. You can tell that by his clothing. Not a lot of flair. He's just grabbed whatever he's got, and he's saving a quid. So he's kept the clothing on from the Guildford Young College.
That's right. I think that's his actual uniform.
Very dour. Straight through, no nonsense, and well picked up. And there's a little bit high, and I think that one's going to go to Stewart. Going back now, you can see him. He's just looking for a lead. Trying to size up his options. He gets Sammy Clark out there, who leads very nicely, picks it up, tries to evade the oncoming Cull, and he does so rather nicely. But can only go as far. I think that might be young Walker, who's gone down towards back. There's someone down as well after that contest. Picking the ball up, going well is Stewart. He gets it towards the true centre half forward position. Oh, gee, I thought young Martini was down, but when the ball came in, didn't he come back up again? And he's gone in really tough. Gee whiz.
Been watching the Dustin Martin videos.
Young Harry Burgess, he's played a fantastic game tonight, one of his best for the year. And he's gone down, hurt his knee, and I think that's him for the game.
Oh, that's no good, but that's a shot on goal. I think that was Martini, wasn't it? He's getting the applaudance of the crowd, and he's going to pull that sock up any higher, it'll be around his belly button. But he has put that one through. I think that's a second goal for young Martini as well. We can see here on replay, it was the don't argue, get out of the cab, I'm coming straight through. And great courage by Raf Martini to stand his ground and take that free kick. So now, trying to knock it out at all costs. Oh, that's a really strong bump there by Clark. He's a no-nonsense sort of player. Going in there, umpire Cole said it's not going to come out of there in a hurry. There's only one way to square this one away, and that's the ball up. Just getting the ruckman now. And I do like this, Tom, how they just, the next two blokes who are standing there take the tap.
That's right, we've got to move it around, give everyone an opportunity.
Yep. I think that's a great thing as Maxi Cole picks that one up towards the centre of the ground. I think that's McNeekin, I apologise again, because we know he goes onto that left foot. Very trusted, long, raking kick. That's broken from left to right, Millie Dirren style, and through for the minor score.
Might be a bit of Gaelic football in the blood of McNeekin. His grandparents are from Ireland.
Ah, well, there you go. That's where he gets that cross kick. He's more used to that round ball, as they're just going to raffle this one off, and I like to share the love. This young fella, I think
Billy the kid.
That's Billy Dance, isn't it?
Yeah, Billy Dance.
Well done by young Billy. He's got his hands on the ball a bit today as he kicked that one out from full-back position. You can see the umpire just checking his watch. He's obviously got a date later on. Up they go. Really nice tap out there by Cornish, but doesn't go that far. It's well done by Enright Norris. Evades one, then goes back for the other. Well picked up by Jaden Roberts there. He goes the long left foot, long raking kick, and it is through for a goal. Nice work there. For a minute there, I thought he missed that one, Tom, but that was a very nice long kick.
Beautiful. On the left again, I think. I've got a few left footers in the side.
It was the flat punt. It was more your Hutto style. Look at that. It's gone the reverse torpedo. Is that something you've been teaching down there, Tommy?
Honestly, I can't say I have, but that was another beautiful left foot. We've got about 3 or 4 in the team, I think.
I know Tommy was really good at kicking helicopters in his footy career.
She's got the helicopter, so that ball has gone from deep defence, and a nice mark by Zachy Dark, who goes out to spread. Gee, I'll tell you what, that was magnificent, and it was a good lead by Maxi Cole, which was honoured there by Dark. He goes back one way, then the other. Lovely smother and good defence. I think that is the siren. Absolutely, yes it is. Well, the game has been an absolute thriller here so far. As we just check, what have we got here in the black? We have Walker's got you 3. I think Maxi Carl's got a couple. Jenkins, McNeekin, Roberts
Dark's
and Dark. Yep, has he got a couple, has he?
Yeah.
Missed that one. Martini, he's got a couple, I think. Enright Norris is a single. So, Stewie, what would you be saying to the boys here?
Oh, look, 3/4 time, we're behind. I'm just asking for the boys to give me something. Just, you know, dig deep, dig right down deep and give me something, run the game out and, yeah, you know, finish the game so you can hold your heads high.
So in this sort of situation, if you might be just a little bit behind on the scoreboard, is this where do you say to them that it's not just a matter of winning the quarter, it's going through the stats, you know, how many tap-outs we can do, how many times we can get on the mark, how many times we can switch. So will you go through that when you look at your laptop later on and say, these are the things, kiddies, that we've got to work on? Yeah,
we'll have a really good look at the stats and work out where we're, you know, where we're deficient, and we'll work hard at training during the week. And
what time you'll have your recovery down at the beach tomorrow morning, and then get up and look at the big screens and do the review?
Yeah, get the boys in front of the video and just look at where we can do things a bit better.
Now, Tommy, for you, will you take the kids out of school again just to review the game on Monday? Will you let them go back to school?
Yeah, Sunday morning we're down at the beach at 6 a.m.
Yep.
Doing a recovery session. Then we'll do a, you know, we're going to do a short. We're going to do a short bit of ball work on the oval.
Yep.
So there's, you know, and then Tuesday back at the down at Snug there. So you know, the boys put a lot in.
Oh, they do. And you can tell too, because they are fit, refined-looking athletes.
They're hungry for that football, these young fellas.
They certainly are. Obviously, there's not a lot of technology because they should surely. They're not on your iPads and things like these kiddies. Have a look at them. They look like highly trained athletes, not an ounce of fat on them, and ready to go. And I like to see young kiddies out there kicking the onion around as Killenberg picks that one up. He goes further afield. He can't quite find his mate there in Enright Norris, and swooped upon that one was Cornish. Cornish goes towards the centre half forward position where that lead was honoured by Maxi Carl. He goes back indoors, run the wrong way with great courage was Zachy Dark. He had no right to show the courage like that, but he defends it off, gets it back towards, I think that was Carl, who holds his head back and says, I've just missed that one, and through for the minor score. But young Dark, have a look at him here. He's got the Jonathan Browns about him. He ran back. Reminded me actually of Nick Rewalt's efforts when he runs backwards like that into the packs.
Yeah, him and Jonathan Brown were probably the best two out of. I think
Yes.
Jonathan Brown's didn't play off too many times though. Knocked himself out a few times, I think, if I remember rightly.
Yes.
Carey was good at, you know, running backwards.
Oh, he just ran wherever he wanted, that young man. As that's a terrific shot on goal. Who was that, Tom?
Young Max Cole.
Yeah, no, Max, you can see here on replay, it really good below his knees. And that's another thing you can obviously tell you two coaches are working on. And if you could give some advice to the kiddies, it's just get your footy up against the wall, throw it, and just pick it up below your knees.
Yeah, that's right. I just like the fact that, you know, that they're attacking the football. You know, that they keep their eye on the football, work on it. You know, and when it's coming, just give it, you know, 110%.
Yep.
Try and share it off as much as you can. Look for your teammates. Don't be hungry with football.
Yeah, gee, that's great advice. And aren't the Tigers
good lead,
looking well when they've got two fine coaches here in Tom Clarkson Dark and Stuart Bolton Clark. You got your Dark, your Clark. It's a bit of a tongue twister there, and it is the big game down here at Kingston Beach on the Stamp Oval. It is the Crips, the Masterbake, STJFL game of the round. As we can see here, went the big kick and just missed on that occasion, but we're going to have another crack at it as it's gone very, very wide. Dark couldn't bring that one on that particular occasion. Fighting very hard. I think that's Killenberg. He's running back around now. Oh, that's fantastic kick. He always looks for his teammate and he tries to follow up yet again. It was Enright Norris there who was just chipped in though, was Walker. Noah Walker goes further afield, the handball towards Clark, getting lots of advice on where to kick it to. He goes onto the left with the big barreled spiral and just off the side of the boot and through for the minor score. I still like the way he had his eyes on the goals there, Tom, and he's in range and just pushed it to the left, as we can see here, and just off to the right.
Yeah,
is he a natural left footer?
I believe he is. He's another left footer.
Yeah.
Look, if you get a chance, have a look at the shoes he's wearing. He's wearing the old 1970s style shoes that the old fellas wear, right up around the ankles.
Oh,
I haven't seen them in years.
you got your Addy Dazzler 69s, they were called, which Alex Jezelenko made
They
famous.
look like moon boots.
Yeah, well, actually, I noticed him earlier on, as you noticed, he had the hammer out and he was putting the stops on. So he might have just nailed a few more on. Bring it back.
They might have been his old man's.
Gee, could have been Granddad's even.
Could have been.
Dear, oh dear, as that's going back now on the mark. That's young Benny Oliver. Talking of boots, he's got your modern sprites there with those bright orange. That's a great mark there by Killenberg. He's shown a bit now, by the way, Stewie, isn't he?
I think his old man was pretty good, Stu, wasn't he? Or his grandfather?
Yeah, both. Yeah, Matty was a good player for Kingston, and his grandfather played for Kingston as well, and Sandy Bay.
Oh dear, and I think that might have been Maxi Cole. He's gone round and he's just got a sneaky look on his face. Well, that wasn't a bad little kick. I just sort of kicked that under. Have a look at this. So we'll see on the Mood Food replay as that ball came in. I love the way they just are very hungry, these forwards, picking it up, plenty of pressure behind, and evaded the tackle and put it through for a nice shot on goal.
Knows where the goals are, young fella.
Certainly does. You can see there, as we just look at that Jackson Motor Car Company scoreboard, it's your black. Just got their noses in front. General plays pretty close, but just been a little bit more refined when it's got into that forward 50 arc. So that's well picked up. Look at that. That's really good spread. Gets it over towards Cole. Cole, you know, he loves that left foot. Goes further, and I think he's barreled that one through for another goal. He's got a hot boot at the moment, Tommy.
Young Cole, yeah, I think he's kicked a few tonight too. He's got about 4 or 5, but I reckon he's got about 5 points as well. So he could have really had a night out.
You can see here, what I like there from your boys there, Stuart, was I couldn't see the defender
young
because,
Raph,
well, Dark got cut out. And young Ralph, you can see there, he was very clever. What he had to go back, he defended the player, then he went back to the line, but it just went over his head. But by geez, a smart footballer.
He is, young Ralph. Yeah, he's very good young player.
All right, that was well picked up
Young
there
William.
by Court. Goes towards the goals. Let's have a look at this one. The umpire's just deciding and get your flags out. Oh, one behind. Very impressive umpiring. As quickly moves on to that one, goes out wide, hasn't been touched. So the free kick will be here, go towards your goal. Have a look at him, he's just waiting for the camera and he really gave it that one. Where do you sit there, Tom? I wouldn't mind seeing the butcher's coat back in and just get your thumbs up.
That's it, the old butcher's coat. Bring it back.
Bring it back. Colour traditional things. You get your lab coat, the butcher's coat, your pencil behind the ear. You know nonsense, thumbs up. I don't know about all this nonsense of tapping your chest and the posts. But anyway. So, what do we got there? Is that young Dixon?
That's young Dixon.
Yeah, Isaac Dixon. Let's have a look at him. He's gone with the minimal fuss of ability there, and then that one has hit the uprights. Clever play on the mark there, Stewie. Who was that young fella who was able to grab that ball? Let's have a look here.
That was young Sam, my young boy.
Oh, Sammy Clark. Have a look at that, and he's gone round and hit the upright.
I think the old man needs to take him out the paddock a bit more.
Yes. Oh, I think that one's looked all right. As your gold celebrate, we'll have a look at that one on your Mood Food replay as the boys are just talking about it.
Young Job Stewart, he loves a goal too.
Well, what there, as soon as he got a sense, if you could zoom in, you could see his nostrils start to flare. You could almost smell those goals as Sammy Clark's gone over to him and he said, that wasn't a bad shot on goal there, son. Most impressive, and they are coming home with the proverbial wet sail. Your gold, the never say die attitude down here at Tigerland. As there's a bit going on in the middle there.
Oh, I think that's, is that you, Tom, having a bit of a whinge?
Oh, look here, he says, I'm going to come at you. You go near that onion, but I'm coming in. Well played, that was young Elvis Killenberg who went up for it, comes out towards Dark. Dark goes back onto the left side. That's a big, long kick, and it's through for a goal. Strong work there.
I've never seen so many left foots playing one night here.
I tell you what, there has been. Normally you get your one or your two. That's a lovely handball out there by Walker. He goes there, and that old chestnut of the left footer, he says, I'm going to go on the right foot. Oh, turn it up. Spins around on the left and put it through.
Fraser Garrick style, I reckon that one was.
Oh, it was.
He used to love to swing it around.
Can you imagine, would there be any time, when you go and play on a bloke like that, you just know where to stand, don't you?
They've only got one boot.
Oh, that's a terrific effort there by Longman. Stood underneath that one. It was coming pretty hard there, Stewie, and he really took a good mark.
He kept his eye on that one. I think
He's kept his eye on it all right. Certainly has. He's gone close. He goes out to young Benny Oliver. Have a look at these wheels go. He's decided to go the handball. He's gone back. Oh, good pick up again. Plenty of pressure on now. Evades the tackle. What great determination by Oliver, but it only goes as far as Cull, and Cull goes towards the goals, and it was touched. Good defensive work. I think that might have been Oliver and Longman combined pressure as the siren, I think, has gone. And what a crackerjack game it has been, gentlemen. So some of your better players there, Tommy.
Yeah. Oh, look, definitely, you know, start off with young Harry Burgess, had a blinder of a start. The package, how good was the package earlier on in the piece as well? Young Maxi Cole ended up with 5 or 6 goals there as well. You know, Zach Dark up there forward, he was front and up forward and back, you know, covered a lot of ground. You know, Jaden and young Toby, they got a lot of the football. A lot of run from them boys.
They certainly do. We'll go to you in a minute, Stu, but I think we're just going to cross down to have a listen to this club song because I reckon they're going to build it out. Here we go.
Tigerland! Boom, boom, boom. A fire fury went from Tigerland. Boom, boom, boom. Anywhere you would see a silver thread. Hey, the king and his king. Hey, never hide, never fight. When I went from Tigerland. Never waking till the final siren's gone. When the Tigers are born, we're strong and we're bold. We're from Tiger. Yellow black.
Oh, great rendition there, Stewie, and you'd be really thrilled with the way those Gold boys finished it off.
Yeah, the last quarter was really good. You know, we'll probably, young Noah Walker had a really good first quarter and really put us behind the 8 ball. But, you know, it was a really good competitive game, I thought, in the first half. And yeah, it was nice to finish it off with a really good last quarter.
Well, as we are going to leave you here from Kingston Beach, you can see your coaches just going over it. And these kiddies, they have had an absolute cracker of a night in Friday night football. It's fantastic to see so many going around. It's Andrew Fox Hopwood with Tommy Dark and Stewie Clark signing off. And we look forward to bringing you our next game. But that's it from the Beach Oval.